For them, they see Rome as the epitome of the goyim that are obstructing God's will. They think that the Jews were chosen to bring God back into the world.
He has some things that he so profoundly doesn't understand, but then there are some things that he like really understands.
I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if one day this guy is learning Torah in Bnei Brak. Okay, Malkah, there is a guy though, by the way, who kind of understands things on a deeper way. He is a vile anti-Semite. He is a guy who hates women, hates blacks, and has real issues. And yet I still see in him a spark of kind of genius. And his name is Nick Fuentes. And this guy, a lot of times he just has he has a much, like Tucker is a dodo bird. Okay, Candace is a nutball. But Fuentes is a sicko, and yet he has an ability to understand things on a deep level. I want you to see the following clip.
Okay.
Hold on.
Is currently reading The Jews versus Rome by Barry Strauss, and then we have to win the next one. I've seen many references to this as some kind of eternal conflict that goes far beyond the Jewish revolts against the Roman Empire. I've seen you mention it too. Rome versus Jerusalem. What does this mean?
Okay, so before he answers, let me just read this slower. BB recently said he's currently reading The Jews versus Rome by Barry Strauss, and that we have to win the next one, the war with Rome. I've seen this guy's writing to Nick Fuentes. He says, I've seen many references to this as some kind of eternal conflict that goes far beyond the Jewish revolts against the Roman Empire. I've seen you mention it too. Rome versus Jerusalem. What does this mean?
Oh, man. Oh, you really don't get it, do you? I've been saying it for years. Nobody listens. Netanyahu says it. Nobody listens. It's about Jacob and Esau, okay? It's about the Jews and the nations. For them, it's a cosmic battle. So there's something eternal about it, but it really does go back to the expulsion from Israel. It is about the temple. It is about the rebellions. For them, they see Rome as the epitome of the goyim that are obstructing God's will. They think that the Jews were chosen to bring God back into the world, to unlock the essence of God that is trapped inside the shards of, this is all like Kabbalistic mysticism. And they think that like we are standing in the way of that by impeding the Jews going to all the nations and rebuilding the temple and getting back to Israel. They think that we're preventing the universe from being repaired by the Jews. And this is embodied in the Roman Church, the Roman Empire, the modern Roman Empire, which is the United States. That's a very deep subject. I don't want to get all into it. I got into it in my group chat.
All right, so he goes on, but the bottom line is he somehow has an understanding, this guy Fuentes, has an understanding of the rebuilding of the temple, of the ingathering of the exiles, of even I think he was hinting to the concept of bringing God's presence down into this lower domain, into Jerusalem. He mentioned the Kabbalah. Do you see, Malkah? Other like commentators
are
like
shards, the nitzotzot. That is a Hasidic principle. That is a Kabbalistic principle that there are like shards of light out in the world, and that it's our job to collect them.
Do you understand? Like this guy is not like with all of his
He gets like he understand like he has some things that he so profoundly doesn't understand, but then there are some things that he like really understands.
I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if one day this guy is learning Torah in Bnei Brak. Okay, I would not be surprised. Like this guy, there's something about him that, and this is the same guy that said, I could put 6 million cookies in an oven. Like he's a sick dude, right? But he ain't no dummy, and he is just saying like, I understand what this is about. This is a conflict between, and he even hinted between Esau and Jacob, between Rome and Israel, and the ingathering of the exiles. And he understands that the stuff that I was talking about today is about even the United States slowing down the progress of the Jewish people's return, and now trying to divide the land of Israel, and really doing what Rome did, which is to divide the land, to create a Palestine, to keep Israel down. That's what the British did after they had this moment of glory of being able to help restart the Jewish state. They turned on us, and they were blocking people from coming home from the Holocaust. They were allowing people to burn in the ovens of Auschwitz. Okay, and they could have done so much more just to let us into our homeland. By the way, just on a deep Torah way, I think this is what it means. Do not cook a kid in its mother's milk. I think what it means is the land of Israel is our mother, and she gives us milk. And when we try to come home, help us do it in sweetness. Instead, we like get cooked in the mother's milk. Like we come home, we're just kids in the literal sense of that word. And we're trying to nurture. And yet these terrorists and these dark things, they take that beautiful milk and they boil it. They want to cook us in it. Okay, they want to destroy us in this land. We're trying to head home from the Holocaust, and they capture us and they torture us and they throw us to Cyprus and throw us back into the ovens of the Holocaust. And so Fuentes is right here in this case. Fuentes is right. We are at a some kind of cosmic conflict, and I don't know if he says this, but the victor is assured. It's only a question of how many people will fall along the way. But victory for Jacob is assured in this case. And those that want to be within Rome and to love Israel, there is such a possibility. It's called Vishkon Yafet Be'ohalei Shem. Japheth, the son of Noach, will be subsumed under the tents of Shem. That's actually a very early phrase in the Torah portion of Noah. And what it means is that the good people of this world, both Edom, Rome, and the Islamic world, those who love Israel and want to see God's light can come in under the tents of Shem, the tents of Semite, right? Shem. How do you pronounce that in English? I don't know. But that is the root of, that is the root of Abraham. And yes, the nations can come under the root of Abraham. Yes, they can. There can be redemption for this world that's beautiful and sweet. There can be such a redemption. And for Fuentes, there can be tshuva. There can be tshuva for Fuentes. But for haters, terrorists, murderers, there should be the death penalty, as I heard Minister Ben Gvir talk about today when I translated his talking today at lunch. The enemies of Israel must be destroyed. The lovers of Israel should come in under the tents of Shem. Malkah, we have so many lovers of Israel from all over the world, and they're on our program today. We have really hundreds and hundreds of people watching us live right now, about 1,500 people just watching live right now, and throughout the day there'll be much more because people want to come in under the tents of Shem, okay? They don't want to be part of the darkness. I believe that we can still revolt against the darkness. By the way, the good people of America should should push back on Trump, said, we didn't elect you to do this, brother. We didn't elect you to do this. We didn't elect you to hate on Israel and to shrink it.
The very opposite. The very opposite. I mean, obviously they were interested in what Trump could do internally inside the United States and his unorthodox way of leading and his business sense and his world experience and his not being a career politician. All those things were attractive to Americans. But Americans also understood that here is a person who finally understands what the Middle East is and what Israel is and what Israel's place should be. And I don't know where he's sliding to, and I don't exactly know why. I mean, you pointed toward money, prestige, power, maybe, for the Jewish people also, we believe that Hashem controls the hearts of leaders. And, I can't say that I am an authority on why U.S. President Trump has turned the way that he has, but it is wrong. And it will not bring blessing.
No.
Also. And that's like a whole other conversation and a whole other show about not to mention that it won't work.
That's right. It will not bring blessing. And it won't bring blessing to Trump either. It will not bring financial and other blessings to him. Selling out Israel to suck up to the Qataris and make deals with the Saudis, it's not going to bring him blessings personally either. It certainly will not.
No, it's not going to bring the money, and it's not going to bring the prestige ultimately, and it's certainly not going to bring any kind of real peace. But also it is a stain on the American name. And for what? Really, for what? And this is one of those moments where I have to turn the mirror around a little bit. Now, obviously, Israel has what we call cheshbon nefesh. We have personal accounting to do, and we can't really blame anyone but ourselves for the position that we're in, because we should have been very clear and very decisive in our policies toward our land. And the fact that we weren't is really on us. That's the truth. It is on us. But since we are living in this world in which there is that we do have certain dependencies in this world, and we turn to the United States for as our ally, and America therefore is being asked to make a decision about itself and what it stands for, and who it lines up with. And this is really a moment for America, a moment that America can be great, or that America could take like a big tumbling step down. And I will say honestly that although, of course, Yishai, you mentioned before, we worry about ourselves on the roads and our children, and our children will have to wear a uniform one day and to go into the army. And what will they be facing if we don't deal with the threats now, before we let them rearm and rebuild and become bigger again and protected by the United States and an international force of soldiers? Like, I can't even imagine that. And with all that, I know that the future of Israel is secure. Whether it's for my kids, or whether it's for their kids, or whoever it's for, I know, because God promised us that the future of Israel is secure. There is nothing written about the future of the United States. We don't have documentation there. And therefore, I kind of implore you, America, for you, because I like you. I like America. I don't want to see America choose. It says, "V'bacharta b'chaim," choose life. And it says, of course, one of the most famous phrases, "I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you." I want you to be blessed. I want you to choose life. Malkah wants that, but the people of Israel want that. The people of Israel like you. We're interested in you. We support you. We see the beauty in you. We see what's wonderful in your country. We see what's wonderful in your citizens. And we're not Christians. We're Jews, but we see what's beautiful in your faith, and we appreciate you for who you are. And we want you to thrive and prevail in your place on this planet. And if you go against us, that will not happen. I'm not threatening you. Malkah Fleisher has no power. Okay? I'm not threatening you. I have no power to threaten you. I just know what our ancestors have told us to carry forward through generations, through fire and water and ice and starvation and burning, what they have told us to carry forth to tell you, which is that there is a plan for the Jewish people. There's a plan for the world. And it is good to align yourself with the plan. And it is bad to try and get in the way of the plan. So with that, I say, we're here talking about Israel and the future of Israel. And this is a show about Israel and the future of the Jewish people. But this is my little moment, my little corner, since I have, as we call in Hebrew, protectia, since I have my little piece of my 15 seconds of fame here on your show, Yishai. I'm using it to reach out to the people of America and basically beg you to do the good thing for you. Do the good thing for yourselves. Do the good thing for your country. Do not let anyone, even your cool and awesome leaders take you to a place that you don't want to go.
That's right.
It will go badly for you.
That's right.
We don't want that. We want to bless you. We want to bless you from Judea. We want to bless you from Yerushalayim. Hashem wants to bless all the good people of the world. I pray that he's blessing you, that he's blessing us, that we're doing things the way that he wants. And that's my rant, Yishai.